Hey, I thought I'd talk about some things today while I do a little bit of my closers content, or rather my closers routine. The Dynasty Warriors 9 patch, ever since I made that video, I've seen some other people stream themselves playing and record it and stuff, and basically no one has gotten anything but the worst possible loot. So I assume it's a glitch. I actually checked on their the Steam database page for the game, which is where you can tell like if they're working on a game or not. And they already have like another patch in the works, so I think that it might just actually be bugged. I've seen some people say that they can't get them to drop at all, and then I've seen others say that, you know, they're just getting the same generic ones, which are basically pointless to have. So I don't know exactly what the deal is, but I tried for like another 20-30 minutes this morning off camera, and I got absolutely nothing. So I don't really want to play that game right now, unfortunately. That patch is pretty underwhelming, to put it nicely. Feels like they didn't test it or something. Black Kite was actually saying something like maybe the higher ranked ones will be available later, which feels kind of odd because, you know, it's been over a month since the last update, and the raid boss, there's basically no real reason to fight it because it didn't really drop anything worthwhile. So if they're adding the actual stuff worth getting piecemeal, then I hope that they will do it soon. But if it's a glitch, then I hope that there will be a patch. But right now, it's not really worth playing that game at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and open my loot box. This is pretty much going to give me nothing. Yeah, that's not worth a whole lot. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to get another core with J, and then I will make an attempt to blow it up as I usually do, since people like watching my terrible RNG. In terms of other things that are going on, I actually got a review copy for Dynasty Warriors 8 XL on Switch. Obviously, I have played that game to death. I've talked about my problems with Dynasty Warriors 8 in general at length lately, but it's something fun to play casually. I wasn't really able to get a port review out today because the community rep was busy with other stuff. He got it to me like pretty much right when he got off work, and it's like a pretty big game. It's like 15 gigs or something, so it took like 2 hours to download on the Switch's crappy Wi-Fi. So I will try to get that port review out soon. Other than that, not much else is going on. I thought about getting Senran Kagura because I had like $45 left, and the Dynasty Warriors 9 patch is like functionally broken or just not really worth playing, or both. I'm not sure if it's a glitch or not. I haven't seen any official reports from them. But I only had $45 left for the month, and as you know, I feed cats for a hobby, and I didn't have any more food for them, so I decided that they were more important. It doesn't seem like I'm going to get a key from Xseed. Now, I'm obviously not a big fan of Senran Kagura. I don't like fan service and stuff. I'm not really into that kind of thing at all, but this one seems to be quite a bit better than the other ones. It seems like it's more responsive. They have like radial attack indicators for the bosses and things like that. But I don't have the $40 for it, so I had to kind of make the decision to get stuff for the, you know, my house and everything. Mostly groceries. Now, next month, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing. I know people like to know what games I'm going to be covering. I get a lot of questions about that and stuff. And I try to plan things out as best as I can, but sometimes it's kind of difficult. Next month is going to be, I believe, God Eater 3. I don't think there's anything else in February I'm particularly interested in. I might squeeze Senran Kagura in there just to have some kind of new game. As much as I dislike Senran Kagura's really heavy-handed fan service that you can't turn off, I think God Eater 3 is going to be a bit of a stretch for me because I didn't really like the other two, and the PC port had like really broken AI and stuff apparently that was never fixed, and I actually talked to some people in Swillow's Discord who are like really avid God Eater fans, and they said the same thing, so if the PC port for that is good, I might give it a try. It seems like it's better in some ways, but I'm not really an expert on that series. I'm going to be paying off DMC5 next month as well. As you know, I had that video that did really well about talking about the state of Dynasty Warriors 9. I don't know why that video has so many views, but I'm going to be getting the ad revenue from that on the 10th of next month. So I should be able to actually manage to do both. Maybe Senran Kagura and then God Eater and DMC5, but God Eater is probably the one I'm least likely to get. I'm playing terrible right now. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This is an easy boss. I wanted to thank people for all the support I received. I know, you know, sometimes the quality of my videos, I'm not entirely proud of it because I just can't, like, I can't always have consistent quality with my mental illness, but I think it's fine that, you know, things are kind of low-key right now. I was planning on playing the Dynasty Warriors 9 patch a lot more, but as I said, it's just not really worth investing in right now. Maybe if someone actually posts, you know, legitimate proof of the rarer stuff from the bosses actually being obtainable, then I'll go back. But for now, I'm going to be playing other stuff. I had some plans. I think I was going to do like an Inti Creates retrospective. As you know, I have all their games on Switch. I have Bloodstained, Blaster Master Zero, which I haven't finished, and then the Gunvolt Striker Pack. So that might be something fun to do. Apparently, Inti Creates, obviously they're a Japanese company and they're an indie company, so I don't know what the content creator key situation was for people who are considered international like me, being in America. But they gave the game to some Japanese content creator channels, and the game looks pretty awesome. I saw somebody playing with a Shinobi late last night, and he looks like he's going to be pretty broken. Apparently he has some, I don't know if it's like a skill or I think it's equipment that makes it so you can run like 50% faster. I noticed that he wasn't doing much damage, but he basically was pumping all his stats in agility. So I'm not sure how viable the Shinobi is going to be, but that is the pack that I bought. Apparently the physical version isn't going to be out until actually an exact week after my birthday, which is, it'll be, I believe, March 26th. So I probably will get the physical version. The physical version they did for Gunvolt was discontinued pretty quickly. I know the price has actually gone up since I bought it, if you buy it at like a local retailer like GameStop. So I'm not sure if I'm going to bother getting the other two characters. It might be better to just wait. But that is going to be my next big project. I think that game is going to be massively overshadowed by Kingdom Hearts 3, which is definitely understandable. I'm not particularly interested in that game. I was watching someone play it earlier today, and man, that frame rate looks pretty rough. It kind of reminds me of Assault Spy. As you know, Assault Spy runs on the same engine, which is Unreal Engine 4, and that game has a pretty demanding like optimization. The optimization is not great. Seems like even Square can't do much of a better job because like the gummy ship areas are like open world and they look like barely 30 FPS, and also drops from 60 pretty consistently. I'm not particularly interested in that game. I probably would wait until it's on sale or something, or hopefully they make a PC port. So that's what's going to be going on next month. I know it may not be everyone's cup of tea. DMC5 for me, you know, obviously I'm excited for it. You know, you see the games I play and stuff, it makes sense for me to want to buy it, but at the same time, I don't really want to push myself too hard on it. I even thought about getting a content creator key or asking for one, but I kind of feel bad if like the people who never stopped playing DMC4 didn't get one and I did. And, you know, obviously I have experience in the genre and stuff, but I've never really been a DMC expert. You know, I was good at the time, you know, DMC4 and stuff. I have a bunch of videos on here that did pretty well because, you know, I had some experience. I knew some of the advanced technique at the time, but things have obviously changed since then, and I definitely fell behind. DMC4 in particular is just a really difficult game to get good at, even if you were, you know, determined enough to actually get good at it. You needed a lot of patience, like even more than like getting good at a fighting game, because there was no real training mode. But DMC5 has like a real training mode, so I'm interested to see how fast that game will develop now that there's actually going to be a solution for learning how to get good at the game without needing to have a you know, a gaming PC and cheat engine and stuff. I might consider asking for a review key, but I'm not exactly sure how easy it is to get those from Capcom. I'm not even aware if the like super, you know, well-known DMC players are getting one. I'll consider getting one, otherwise I'm just going to pay for it next month. Obviously it's a lot harder to get review keys from big, you know, AAA publishers. Capcom is definitely kind of AAA now. I couldn't really say they were much for most of this gen. Pretty much all they've pumped out is remasters and stuff, but, you know, Resident Evil 2 is supposedly getting, like, rave reviews and stuff. I obviously can't play horror games because of my anxiety, but it seems like it's a pretty high-quality game, and they're definitely upping their budgets and stuff. But especially Japanese publishers in particular, it's a lot harder to get content creator keys and things. I might actually be going to Calathon like shortly after that game releases too, so that may affect things as well. I don't really expect DMC to grow my channel. I think a lot of the other games that'll come out this year, you know, obviously not much has been announced past this first quarter because this first quarter's stacked, and, you know, a lot of the smaller developers and publishers don't want to put their stuff out in such a crowded, you know, area of the part of the year. But I think the other niche games that will come out, I'm sure Koei's got some stuff they're working on. They already hinted at a new, like, Muso game announcement or something. That'll probably do a lot better for my channel than DMC5. Personally, I'm excited for the game. I just feel kind of annoyed that they haven't really done much to actually produce all the crazy finger gymnastics needed to actually play Dante at a high level. You still have to do stuff like... Sorry, I'm playing. You still have to do stuff like constantly switch styles just to, you know, do like basic actions like guard and dash and things like that. I think that's definitely going to hold the game back. I hear that they've like buffed the roll so that it's not as necessary, but it still feels kind of odd to me. Like, they've done their best to like streamline that game without completely dumbing it down, which I think is definitely to be commended, especially in this era where so many games release with really dumbed down gameplay, but still feels kind of off. I haven't played the game yet, to be honest. I don't have access to an Xbox. I believe that the demo was supposed to be on February 7th, so coming up real soon now. I'll definitely be checking that out. I also think V looks dreadfully boring to play. He looks like the game journalist character. I'm sure someone will come up with crazy stuff with him, but he really doesn't look my style at all. I'm kind of hoping that you're not forced to play him for extensive periods of time. But I could be wrong. He could be fun to play. It's kind of like what's going on with Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. People are waiting to hear, you know, reports from the people who are really good at 1 and 2. Probably more specifically 2. Before passing judgment on the combat. I think that's how DMC5 is going to be as well. I haven't even heard much about DMC5 from like the real hardcore community because the fact that they made that demo exclusive to Xbox for whatever reason. really doesn't seem to have worked. Like, anytime they post anything about DMC5, people are asking for the demo on PS4. I know Microsoft was involved. I don't know if they, like, actually money had it DMC5 or not, but they were involved in the, like, the marketing routine for it, so it seems kind of odd to me. The Xbox in general hasn't been a good place to play niche games for like 6 years now, so I don't know what they were expecting. I think like Don Goody, I think he actually bought an Xbox just to play that demo, which is crazy to me. He must be rich. I thought about borrowing a friend's, but I heard that it was like an ancient build of the game. Like pretty much like the first public playable build they've had. Like it was not even an up-to-date one, and it's having like performance issues and stuff too, so I didn't really want to bother asking someone else to let me borrow their Xbox to play it. I'd much rather just wait. So that's basically it for now. Maybe I'll do a little bit of Harpy gameplay, but that's basically all that's going to be going on. I'm going to try to do an Indie Creates retrospective. I'll probably do a port review for DW8XL. Obviously, he doesn't really expect anything from me. You know, it's an old game and stuff. I guess he just wanted to give it to me. Kind of asked me if I wanted one. So I went ahead and accepted. I don't know how much playtime it's going to get right now, considering that Dragon Mark for Death is a week away at the time of recording. But I will be doing some smaller stuff. February, like I said, I'll pay off DMC5 for sure. I don't really think I would be getting a content creator key, and I'd feel kind of bad, like I said, if I got one and the more active members of the community didn't. So I'll probably pay that off. I'll get that off CD Keys. It's like $40. And then I might do God Eater. I'm probably going to wait and see if there's like a demo for it or something. I tried to play it on PS4. The frame rate is just horrendous. Like, if it's a good port and you know, I actually like the game or something, I don't refund it, then I might do that. It depends on if I can get it for cheap or not. Senran Kagura, you know, if I get some donations or something, I'll get that, but I'm kind of on the fence as well. So I hope you guys will bear with me. There's nothing really major going on until DMC5. I'm going to be doing smaller games, both for my stress levels, and I can't even really say it's for my wallet, because I'm going to have quite a bit of money coming to the channel next month. But I just don't want to buy any games I'm not going to enjoy. Obviously, refunding things on PC is a lot harder than you know, console games and stuff. You can't like trade them in or return them. I've been buying a lot of games off external sites because they're cheaper. Like I bought Vesperia off CD Keys, and that was actually a good idea since I have the Switch version, and I've kind of been playing both versions. Vesperia in general is a very grindy game, so I don't really want to pay full price for it twice. So I'll try to get all that content out as soon as I can. See if there's anything worth doing here. Nah, not really. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop there. So, thanks for watching. If you want to help me fund Senran Kagura and help me to feed my Muso my Muso channel, obviously the Muso genre in general is I guess you can kind of say it's on life support right now. You know, Dynasty Warriors 9 just released a patch that's not great. You know, Muso Orochi 4, Warriors Orochi 4 seems to be pretty much dead in terms of post-launch support. There's nothing happening for Basara, so I might actually want to play Senran Kagura. If you want to help, my links are in the description. It's $40 on PC, so I might try to raise those funds just to have something to play for the next week to keep you guys interested. I was really excited for the Dynasty Warriors update, but it seems like it's just broken or something's wrong with it right now. So if people post proof of the new items, then I will continue the grind, but for now, I'm going to be playing other things. Maybe I'll try to fund Senran Kagura, get some other projects going. Thanks for watching, and thanks for understanding. Peace.